Hey guys, Kid here. Today's video is going to be about something that was really bad. It might even risk my YouTube channel too, considering how bad the situation of the story is. So like the video if you like, subscribe, share the video around, and let's get into how I basically fucked up. The story takes place yesterday. I left the house to hang out with friends right after my mom left for work. I left Yuri home alone, didn't tell my mother I was leaving, didn't tell her where I was going, and didn't even tell her when I was coming back, because those are really smart fucking ideas. I went to Frank's house and his older brother Henry answered. He said he wasn't home. I found him and Kenny at Taco Bell. He sat there for an hour, and then we went to Kings Island. Kings Island is, well, an island in my city that has duck houses. A lot of kids from my school go there to smoke weed and vape and whatnot. Me, Frank, and Kenny sat there for another hour. Then we went back to Taco Bell because we pretty much had nothing to do. I could have went home for the day and got myself out of the situation that's going to happen later on in the story. Sat there for another hour, at Taco Bell at least. Then we all decided to come home for a bit at 7 p.m. Frank went to his house to take a shower. Kenny went to check in with his mom, so she knows that Kenny is okay. Then I went home to check if my mom was home. When I got home, she wasn't home. I asked my brother if my mom came home for break, and he said no. Instead of waiting for her to come and leave so it's safe for me to sneak out, I just said fuck it and left, without even caring if my mom comes home for break and noticed that I'm not home. So I went to Frank's, and one of his friends was there. I'll call him Corey. So Corey, Frank, and I were waiting for Kenny and his friend to come to Frank's. I'll call Kenny's friend Tyrese. So they arrived, then we split up again. Kenny had to go with Corey to return one of Corey's bikes. Turns out Kenny ended up borrowing Corey's bike for the night. Tyrese brought me and Frank to his house to chill there for a bit. Damn, I've been talking too much about what me and my friends did other than the actual purpose of the story. I'll just skip to late night. So last night, me, Tyrese, Frank, and Kenny went biking to my house 11 at night. It's pretty late and past curfew, but the cops don't go looking for kids past curfew until 1 in the morning. Anyways, we were biking, and we reached to this dark-ass street. Whenever I bike home, one of the roads in my neighborhood are so dark, you're better off using the lights off of people's houses. As we were biking, we saw a car in the parking lot all by itself. As soon as we pass it, the car turns on and starts following us. We just went biking like there was no tomorrow through people's front and backyards. We went behind one of my neighbor's backyard for just in case if the car drives by. We went in my house at 11:15 p.m. My mom comes home from work at 11:30 p.m. I went to my room and noticed the computer monitor was missing, and my mom called the house phone at 9 p.m., which means that she got home from break at 9 p.m. and she took the monitor because she's grounding me. At 11:25 we left and took this dark-ass trail that wasn't even paved. Reason why is because we don't want to take the same route before the motherfucker who was following us come and creep us up on some shit. We took the trail, got out safely, thank God. Then it looked like a truck was following us. We went full speed on the majority of the bike ride and made it to Tyrese's house. We ended up sleeping over there. We basically watched a bunch of YouTube videos and ate pizza. It was lit actually, considering it's the last night of the weekend until we have to go to school. School is the greatest thing in the fucking world! I get up next morning, waking up on the floor with a bunch of empty cans, pizza boxes, clothes, etc. I got up feeling like dog shit. When I reached the living room, I realized that my friends left PewDiePie videos on. They had a playlist on with over 500 videos. I woke up Kenny at 8 a.m. because he had to go home at 8:30. I begged him to his house. Then I went back to Tyrese's. I was buzzing through the door because Tyrese lives in an apartment. I sat there for a solid 20 minutes. Frank and Tyrese were sleeping, no question. I went to the door and it was barely shut. I legit walked back then and in their apartment. Sorry, Tyrese. I went on my tablet and got so many fucking messages. I went through Instagram and Twitter, and then it hit me. The notifications that caused this situation. Lucas, my brother, and my mom were calling and texting me talking about I need to get home right away because apparently my mom went in my room to see if I was there, which she usually doesn't do. Then she saw I wasn't there, and then she filed a missing child complaint to the police. The cops were basically looking for me from 11:30 last night to this morning around 9 a.m. when I got home. So I biked home without telling my friends what the fuck happened. This video should explain everything. When I got home, my mom told a certain officer that I was home, but I recognized that officer from past situations. I forgot his name, but once someone else mentions it, I'll remember. Plus, I'm not dropping real names before I get fucked over. So I went downstairs and put back the microphone to the computer because I brought it with me to Tyrese's just in case I had to record a video there and if my mom were to take it. So my mom didn't take everything for the computer. All she took was my monitor, keyboard, and mouse. The system and most of the wires were there. Right now I'm using my wireless mouse that I bought one from Walmart. I recorded it too.
Buy all this stuff here.
Right now I'm using a TV for a monitor, a shitty keyboard, like you could hear that shit, small wireless mouse, and a VGA cord from my old computer I vlogged about last year. Oh my goodness, my computer works! Yeah! So yeah, like the video if you like, subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching the video, because I'm about to tell you how this story gets much fucking better. Yes, motherfucker, this story isn't over. It only gets better. My uncle heard about what happened, and he was pissed off at me, bro. So he was looking forward to coming all the way from Atlanta, all the way to my house in Minnesota to teach me to behave. And if I fail to do so, he'll whack me with the metal part of the belt and basically beat me up if I try to resist a beating. Because who the fuck doesn't like getting beat up and getting whacked with metal objects? Fucking me! Plus, my uncle and my mom just enjoys telling her friends about how much of a bad older brother I am because I leave Yuri staying in the house by himself. Okay, it's actually the end of the story, when my uncle does actually come after recording Under the Down Low, because there are just some people in this world that if they find out that I do YouTube videos like this, I'm going to be in very deep shit, and the police is just going to love me even fucking more. But I already told you guys what to do. The Likeable Gaming Rant in a couple of days. Going to speak the truth, only for entertainment to fulfill purposes of a good YouTube videos, not drama. One more thing. You guys probably know who Raichu is for making that Lucas Rant video. He now has his own separate YouTube channel just to upload whatever he wants. His channel link will be in the description below. Check it out. Subscribe, please. And I'll see you guys a couple of days. Yeah, a couple of days. See you guys later. Bye.
Big Los on the track, boy.